and welcome back to another episode of Aman's Unfiltered. Let's talk about the most emotional, loaded sentence in any household. Not we need to talk, not check your bank balance. This is one where it's so generic, right? What do you want for dinner? Because that question has ended more days, more moods, and more marriages than we'll like to admit. And before anyone says it's just food, no, my friends, statistically, food related arguments are among the top 5 daily conflicts in households worldwide. Not yearly, daily. Study shows 65 to 75% of couples argue about food choices regularly. And dinner is the prime offender. Why? Because by evening, you've made over 35,000 choices and decisions already on the day. Your bheja is fried, guys. Your blood sugar is low, and suddenly, choosing between rice, pasta, roti feels like a personal attack. This is called decision fatigue, and it peaks between 6:30 p.m. and 8 p.m., which just happens to be dinner time. Coincidence? Absolutely not. Now let's expose the real villain here. Anything is fine. Psychologists literally classify vague responses like this as conflict accelerators. Because anything doesn't mean anything. It means I don't want to think, I don't want responsibility, and I definitely don't want to be blamed. But I will judge your suggestion. And here's the unfiltered truth. Over 70% of meal planning, grocery thinking, and food execution still falls on women, even so called modern households. So when she says, I don't care, what it really means is, I've cared 365 days in a row, you decide today. Men statistically suggest the same 3 to 5 meals on rotation. Kids? Children reject up to 90% of meals placed in front of them, including the ones they specifically begged for yesterday. And yes, studies confirm kids are more likely to say, I don't like this, when they are tired, not even the food is actually that bad. So, what happens? One adult feels unappreciated, another feels pressured, the kids are crying, and suddenly dinner isn't nourishment. It's an emotional warfare. Let's add modern life into the mix. Dual income households, long commutes, screen fatigue, zero village, zero help. Now, research shows working parents argue about dinner choices 40% more often than non working households. Why? Because dinner has become the only shared moment of the day and expectations are sky high. And here's a brutal statistic no one talks about. Households that don't plan meals spend more money, waste more food, and fight more, up to 50% more arguments compared to households with even loose meal planning. But do we plan? No, because chaos feels easier than commitment. And let's not pretend food arguments are about food. They're about feeling unseen, feeling taken for granted, feeling like the default parent, feeling like the emotional manager of the house. That's why takeout saves relationships. Literally, 1 in 3 household arguments de escalates the moment food arrives. Not because the problem is solved, but because no one can scream while chewing noodles. So, next time someone asks you, what do you want for dinner? Here's the subtext. Please decide so I don't have to. Please don't make me wrong. Please just make today end peacefully. The magic word, right? Peaceful. And if you value your sanity, your marriage, and your mood, stop asking the question. Rotate meals, low expectations, feed people, and remember, nobody has ever fixed their life with a perfectly planned dinner. But a full stomach, that's what prevents a lot of fights. This is Amanpreet Kalra, your host, and this is Aman's Unfiltered.